Hello, Professor. So this is my speech that I had to give at the Doylestown Hospital. I had to talk about how someone, I don't know if you can see me, hopefully you can, how someone who lives with someone with an eating disorder can best support them, I guess. Alright. I know it's not 10 minutes and it's kind of informative, but hopefully you can give me some points. Alright, so here it goes. To explain my eating disorder to you in the best way I know how, I'm going to inform you and your loved ones how you can help them the best way I know how, which is to tell a story. I was setting a table for a normal family dinner last night. When my dad came into the kitchen, he questioned why I set an extra place. I answered I had a friend coming for dinner. He simply shrugged it off and went on to prepare dinner, making sure to make a little extra for our dinner guest. When dinner time came, my family all sat down, and the chair for my guest remained vacant. And my dad, once again, questioned the seat and asked if we should wait for my friend. I looked at him and said he was already here. My dad looked at me as though I was a lunatic. So I went on to explain his name was Ed, and that though he was always with us, whether they could see him or not, I could always hear him. I explained to my dad that Ed told me that I could not, what I could and could not do. He told me I was ugly, fat, unlovable, and unworthy to eat. I went on explaining the numerous horrible things that Ed would tell me that were unheard to all others at the table. When I finished, there was a silence, and my dad sat back. I didn't think he understood my explanation of Ed, but then he asked me, if Ed says all these horrible things, how can I call him a friend? This story helps me as a person with an eating disorder. Remember that Ed, or my eating disorder, is not me, and I am not my eating disorder. I simply suffer from one. When you are living with someone with an eating disorder, this is the #1 thing that you should remember. The person you knew and loved before the eating disorder is still there, and being constantly tormented by a voice in their head telling them they are not good enough and that they don't deserve what they have or need. Every case is different, and everyone's Ed is unique to them. But one thing for every single one they have in common is that they need a friend. So the one advice from me to you is be a friend to whoever you're supporting in their recovery of an eating disorder. You may feel the need as a parent to be a policeman and dictate what they need to be done and when. But the main role of that is for the nutritionists. Don't get me wrong, you are to keep a watchful eye and be louder than Ed, but don't be overbearing. Your son, daughter, husband or wife, aunt, uncle, or simply your friend has the doctors and the medical help and the tools to get over this disease. All they need from you is a friend, one with a kind word to say and loves and accepts the flaws for what they are. Thank you.